Hi everyone, welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. I'm out and about today. It's very foggy here in the UK. When it's very foggy, we sometimes say it's like pea soup, because pea soup, of course, is very, very thick. So some people will say, oh, it's a real pea souper today, meaning that it's a foggy day, resembling pea soup. After yesterday's podcast, which was all about Marie Colette, I was thinking about other actresses who have kind of a French identity, even though they're very, very British. And of course, another one who comes to mind is Vicki Michelle. Yes, that's right. That's not her real name, though. Her real name is Vicki Michelle Nathan. She was born in Essex, but she's kind of become very famous for her role in Allo Allo, the British comedy where they make fun of many nationalities. It was from the 80s. During the war, a French cafe, maybe you know it, but it did get us all wondering, who is Vicki Michelle? And in those days, you couldn't just run to the internet and Google the name, because what you were seeing on the screen was a woman dressed as a French maid, not only in Allo Allo. I mean, she did some advertising. I remember one of them for yogurts, where all she had to say in a strong French accent was, no, no. And keep repeating that. And you can see how she was heavily sexualized for sounding French. Of course, those days have changed, but I don't think I've ever seen Vicki Michelle wearing anything other than a white top and a black skirt, looking like a French maid. So clearly, that was a big part of her identity. Nothing wrong with that. You have to sell yourself in whatever way the public wants you to be. She's an actress, very good at her craft. And before Allo Allo came along, she was still very, very famous for a very diverse number of roles. It's important to say that because I don't think any actor, I think we don't use the word actress so much now, I don't think any actor would want to be stereotyped as just looking French, at least not these days. But still, Vicki Michelle, again with that name, you couldn't just run to the internet to Google them to see where they came from. So in the 1980s, she had a bit of mystique, a bit of mystery about her. Who was she? Was she really French? And what about that French accent? Was it real? So there were all kinds of allure and ideas about these women. It's very interesting how mainstream services often used women in order to promote their services. Marie Colette, an accomplished actress, for example, who is being used to read the travel news. Another one was Annette Linton. She was a famous actress appearing in dramas such as Crossroads, and she ended up on a program called Treasure Hunt, dressed as a military officer, giving the idea that a naval officer was assisting in the show with some kind of guidance regarding orienteering or finding a lost treasure. Very interesting. So you see, I suppose it was a cheap way of doing things, bringing an actress who's trained to do something, to give the impression that there's something else. Marie Colette wasn't really an international traveller who sounded like an air hostess. Vicki Michelle wasn't really French. Annette Linton wasn't a naval officer, but was standing there with a map, assisting a presenter of a show. So you can see these people are all framed into particular roles, and that's what we remember them for. So it's very interesting when we talk about, especially older TV, about how much we trusted what we saw, because we had no other way of questioning or checking who these people were. Anyway, let me just describe my surroundings. Well, this is a bit creepy. I'm walking up to a fun fair in the town square, and the waltzer is there. You know the waltzer, that thing that spins around. You sit on it like a chair, and it's in like a little box, and you get spun around for a little while to be entertained. But it's covered in fog and mist, which makes it look really creepy. Ooh. It's like, well, to be honest with you, it might be something like you would see in a place which has been evacuated because of radioactivity, such as Chernobyl, or it could remind you of a horror movie, but either way, a little bit creepy with the mist. I'll try to capture it and publish it on my social media so you can see it, but ooh. I can't see an inch in front of me. Very strange here to have such mist. But anyway, well, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed this little step back in time discussing actresses who at one point were very famous. Actually, Vicki Michelle still is. She was in EastEnders a few years ago. I think she'll be much younger than Marie Colette. I think she's probably in her 70s now, late 70s. And Marie Colette would be late 80s. Right, see ya. Bye.